Where was your farm?
Where the nonprofit is situated in our personal farm surrounded, right? It's Yahweh All Natural Farm and Garden in Harlingen, Texas.
Let's go back more than a year. You had a big announcement here, a lot of excitement. The consultant, Mr. Salomon Torres, was successful in getting you a grant. What was that grant for, and how pleased were you to get that?
Oh my God, I was so excited. And I am still excited. The grant is called Increasing Land Access by USDA Farm Service Agency. And the grant was titled for us Victory Farms. And so this grant was going to allow us, it's almost a $7.5 million grant. And so it was going to allow us to expand our services to other cities, to allow us to teach people about farming and then help them continue to practice and sell their items and then later qualify themselves to get Farm Service Agency loans.
And how much was it again?
A little bit under $7.5 million. We found our partners. We found the land that we wanted to start working on in Hearn, Texas. There's 2 pieces of property. It's Highway 79, 150 acres, and FM 50, which was 173. This was going to provide for the people who already showed us that they could do it, that we would provide them with a little piece of land and not give it to them, just let them use it, but that way they practice, and then we'd help them market so that they can get that experience needed for to continue doing their own farming.
How unique a project was this?
Oh, it's I think personally a one-of-a-kind project. We were the only ones in Texas that got funded, other than there was a farmland trust that was not a Texas organization that got also a little bit to help another farm in Texas, but we got it direct. I was ecstatic, and because out of 50 grants, we got it in Texas, and I was like, this is a dream grant. I've always liked to help farmers. I do believe we need to secure the farmers for the future so that we can grow food and clean food. We promote organic farming, so that's important to us. Small farming and organic is really is probably the best way to do it, because big farming and organic is too difficult. But if you get many people and they aggregate their fruits and vegetables, it's possible to grow for the local communities. And working on a system from South Texas to North Texas, that was important to me because there's different climates. And that way we have local food year round. And this was going to allow us to, work on this really great project. The new administration, it's difficult to explain because it was a stop without any information. None. We have emailed the USDA grant administrators, and the only email we got back twice was, we have no guidance to give you. So it was stopped right after the new administration came into office, but no information has been given to us whatsoever. So we don't know what to do. We had already secured those pieces of property. I didn't sleep for months thinking, am I going to get sued? Because I did, I'm liable for this. We spent monies on things, and we made promises. We hired people. And so we're still, we never got a notice that we were canceled. We never got a notice that we were frozen. It's just no information whatsoever.
So again, how much was it?
It's 7.4, 444, something like that.
That's 7.4. How much has been sent you so far?
Yeah. I would say about 300,000, because well, we bought some equipment already. It was to buy equipment to help farmers share equipment. So we bought some equipment. We did some staff to hire some staff and did some work and coordinated the properties that we want to work with. But really, we didn't spend much of it at all. I mean, I would say that the biggest purchase that we needed to do was land. That was 4 point something million. The rest of it was supposed to spread out within 5 years. So it's not one of those grants that they say, is not going towards the farmers. Since we're farmers, we know what farmers need. So I specifically, when we wrote the grant, said we need equipment for the farmers. We need a place for them to grow. We need to figure out a way for like how to store the stuff so that when we sell it, how do we transport the food through the cities? So all of those things we thought of because we're farmers, you right? But we got stopped and no information. And the part that kind of makes me sad is that we're talking about tariffs for Canada and Mexico, which is where we get the majority of our food. And so, okay, people are going to pay more for their food. We need to grow and secure our food system here in the United States. So stopping programs like this is kind of going against what you're already promoting. You're promoting we need to grow at U.S., which is what I believe in. I believe in you need to grow at U.S. I believe in you need to help the farmers grow the food for the local communities so that we have food security. So why would our grant get stopped?
So the vast majority of the money you hadn't even seen yet.
No.
So you say you haven't been notified. How did you learn it's been stopped?
I don't. I did. Nobody said anything other than we have no guidance. We submitted our request because we worked November, December, January. So we submitted our request for funding for our staff and for monies we had spent. And nothing's been done.
So they haven't said they'll release that money to you?
No.
And then said they won't?
They haven't said they won't, but they haven't said they will.
When would you have expected to receive?
We should have been closing on the land already.
Good.
We should have been closing on that land. The sellers are very disappointed because they also spent money because we asked them to make sure the wells were in good shape. So I don't know what to say. I'm really losing sleep, stressed. I had not applied for other grants because I said this is a 5-year grant. We do things very economically. We don't overspend a lot of money in doing anything. So we didn't apply for any other grants, and now we have to go crazy trying to figure out, okay, wait a minute, if we're not going to get funded this, then this could stop us from doing many other things because we were not prepared.
Yeah. And you went out to Washington, D.C. to try and find out what was happening?
I had dual purpose for Washington. I am a farmer as well, and we want to promote the Local Food Act, which is would facilitate the farmers harvesting their animals and selling direct to consumer. So I went for that. But as I met the senators and the House representatives, I told them about it. I said, what are you guys doing about the funding that is frozen and no one knows anything about? Because they haven't said anything and it's been months. It was 90 days on Sunday. So if they said they were reviewing the grants, that were going to take 90 days to review the grants, well, 90 days was Sunday. And so we still haven't heard anything. And like I said, I think it's a really good grant that would address increasing the farmers, which is what we need. And
But you asked your local congresswoman or man, Lois Wendia?
I wrote De La Cruz. I emailed her. I called her, and I got no response. Zero.
Yeah.
I wrote to Corning, and I got no response. None. The only person that was interested in hearing us was Cory Booker. He called me back to his office and he interviewed us in Washington.
But your congressman is Vicente Gonzalez. Has he said anything?
In all honesty, I didn't go to him, which is our next step, because I was looking for the ag committee. She is in the ag committee. This is an ag project. She's also a Republican. I'm not Republican, I'm independent, but the Republicans are in House, not the Democrats. And the ones who are making these decisions are the Republicans. So they need to fix their things that'll help the community and help the farmers.
Have you spoken to your consultant, Mr. Solomon Torres, who helped secure the grant? What does he tell you?
Well, he said these are kind of crazy times. We have to do what we have to do, and most of it is write the letters, call, and we've been doing that. We've been doing, I think, everything possible that we can do. But because we're the only ones in Texas that got that grant, it's under the IRA, the ARPTA. I believe it's under the ARPTA. No, IRA. It's the IRA funding. Inflation Reduction Act. And so how many people in Texas got it that they can work with us to get it back? None. Only us. But how many people will it affect? All of Texas. All of Texas. Because I'm partnering with the county from Kaufman, which is in Dallas. The Hearn property is close to A&M. It's in Central Texas. I have 4 farms down here that are working with us in South Texas. So we are working on a Texas project, and nobody seems to care. I have gotten no response from any of the political people that I've talked to. And I'm like, out of sight, out of mind. But it is affecting us because it's food. It's food. And I was hoping that she was interested because she likes farmers and she's on the ag committee. I'm very disappointed.
And she hasn't said anything to you?
Not a thing. Not a call. I even wrote her district director. Not a call. Not a comment.
Well, thank you, Deanna, for explaining all this. Is there anything else you'd like to add on this particular subject?
I hope that they don't say that this is a DI and cancel that, because they have to look at our location. We are located in South Texas, and 90% of the people here are Hispanic. And we already take care of Hispanic community because that is our community. But we, as an organization, our mission is not for Hispanic only. We are small farmers. We help small farmers. And to us, never been a color or an issue with that. It's been who is small farming and how much can we help them? Because we know how much it is, how much we struggle as small farmers, and we help them all. And to us, it doesn't matter. As long as you are a farmer. That's our family. We are farmers. We want to help farmers. So I hope that somebody who reads this can say, you know what, we need to save this grant, and we really need to work on improving the food system. And this is the first step.
Thank you so much for today's interview.
Thank you.